Hello, how you doing? I'm Darren from a couple of Flash Processing. I'm also the founder of EWBP Start, but I'm here to talk today about retro pickups. As some of you are aware, who seen the post I put up last night, I would like to do more things regarding the community, where it's all of us retro gamers that are, talking about our pickups that we got recently, and what we think on why we bought the item and everything else. So not just games, but even if it's memorabilia when it comes to either video games or anything that you like, even if you like, modern retro, memorabilia or retro memorabilia, it doesn't really matter. I would like to go on a bit of a collector spree with this, because I'm very much a big collector myself of memorabilia, video games and such, consoles, etc. So I want to go over a few pieces that I bought recently, and also a few other pieces which were given to me, which we'll talk about when the time comes. Well, one that did arrive today was Castlevania. Circle of the Moon, as it's known in the US, etc., but it's also known as Circle of the Moon to me, because it's still a part of the storyline. It's pointless calling it just Castlevania on its own, I think, because, well, there's how many games that are called Castlevania which aren't actually the first Castlevania. There's Castlevania 64, but it's only called Castlevania 64 because that's what we know it as, but still only called Castlevania. So yeah, this is actually probably the weakest title on the Game Boy Advance, but still a very good game nonetheless. It follows the Metroidvania type of style that Symphony of the Night has brought over to the Game Boy Advance and also the 3DS. So this will be the first one that, since Symphony of the Night, that incorporated the Metroidvania style. The sprites in it are kind of cool, but they're not as good as the other games. Very simplistic and very small, but still a very good game, worth a pickup. I purchased this for, I believe, £25, which is pretty standard eBay price. Next pickup I got recently was Batman, the video game for Game Boy. I'm really lacking in my Game Boy collection. I really want to start picking up on that again. So between Castlevania games and maybe Legend of Zelda games, Mega Man games, things like that, I really need to start picking up on my original Game Boy collection. So I've got some good games for it, but I would like a lot more, because Game Boy is still an awesome console no matter what you say. So yeah, I got the Batman game there for it. It's without its manual, unfortunately, but still pretty good condition. Even comes with its little hard sleeve as well, which is pretty cool, because those you don't really get them too often with your games, which is unfortunate, because they come in real handy for storage, etc., and protecting from dust. Yeah, very good game, very good. The quality of the box is pretty good. It's much better than the Castlevania one. There's a lot of dents in that, but yeah, great game from Sunsoft, but I do prefer the original Nintendo version better. A game I've been wanting to get for a while, actually a very long while, since I first had a PlayStation 1, was Discworld. If you're a fan of point-and-click adventure games, I definitely recommend picking this up, because it's one of the better point-and-click adventure games on the PS1. I would recommend definitely going for the first one. The second one is easier to get. It's still a good game, but not as good as the first, I don't think, in my own opinion, that is. And there's also another one I've never played. I think it was Discworld Noir on the PS1. That's also on the PC, but this is the one I wanted to get overall. I do have Discworld 2 as well, which I got a while back, but this is the one I really wanted for a while. Paid £30 for it, which is not too bad these days on eBay, because, this can go between 30 to 60, even more maybe. It's not easy to come by. This was the only one on eBay at the time, so I was lucky to get it at that price to buy it now. Castlevania again. I'm going to go on a Castlevania spree here, because this is where I'm basically collecting again. It's recollecting my Castlevania games. I've only got a few games to go now to complete my PAL collection, because I recently acquired, very luckily, Vampire's Kiss. I'm not even going to mention the price, because it was pretty huge. Not as huge as I would have expected, etc., because I did actually talk the buyer down about £20, the seller down £20, so not too bad. But Curse of Darkness, a lot of people aren't really fans of the 3D games on the Xbox or PS2. Myself, I do like them. They are very much like a Devil May Cry type game. Not as good as Devil May Cry, not as fluid, but still very enjoyable games, good story, amazing music as always. Seriously, the music in Castlevania. Forget the woman's name. Who's the composer? I think it's Fanny or whatever. I can't remember. but she's fantastic. Also the artist. But yeah, fantastic game. I really enjoy it myself. A lot of people don't, but hey. And then we continue on the Castlevania. Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles. If you know Castlevania at all, one of the games that were very obscure here in the UK, or even the US for that matter, it was only in Japan, was Rondo of Blood, and then it came available to us in the PSP with Dracula X Chronicles, because you can also unlock the original Rondo of Blood, and also Symphony of the Night, which also has new voiceover things as well, which I found very surprising. The first time I played it was whenever I unlocked Symphony of the Night, and there was like new voices, new dialogue, and you know, still cheesy as hell, but not as cheesy as what it would have been. So yeah, I picked this up. It was like £13 free postage, and that came from Canada, so can't really complain on that. And was actually brand new sealed, but I took it out of the seal because I do plan to play it. I'm a collector, but I also like to play my retro games. I don't like to throw them into a dust cupboard and just leave it there. Anyway, speaking of which, continuing on the Castlevania spree, this is the last game now, but I've been wanting to get this for a while, and it's like I say, Darkness on the N64. Again, the N64 games are very poor. Of all the 3D Castlevania games, these are the worst, but at the same time, still enjoyable. I still enjoy these for what they are. I think I take out of them what I can. This comes with a complete box with manual, and the box itself is a wee bit tatty, unfortunately, but still not too bad condition compared to this was the only one going on eBay at the time. Again, the candy box, I think it was £40 for it, which is actually pretty good, because most of the time I've seen it on eBay for buy it now it was $69.99, $59.99, and I thought, yes, I'm not paying that for them. This game, it's £40, yeah, I'm reasonable with that. Something not video game related, but Castlevania related, is this. It's by Pix and Love, who a lot of people know for the Sonic the Hedgehog visual history, and also a couple of other books, but this is called the Manuscript Maudit. It's French, yes, and the whole book is in French. And the thing is, it's got some really nice illustrations, but really nice, you know, corner work. I don't read French, I don't speak French, but I'm a Castlevania collector, and you can understand a wee bit of it, and I used to do French in school, so I do understand a tiny bit, 5% of the book, and that includes the English parts of the names and stuff. So yeah, but it's a really nice book to have in my collection. It'll be nice on the shelf, and hopefully someday I'll be able to actually get a wee bit more out of it than what I do now. But I would love the collector's edition, but the price of it, couldn't justify it. You're talking about £150. It's beautiful, but for something I won't be able to read, it's not worth it. So I got this for £15 on Amazon. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now, I have 3 other games which were given to me as a present from a friend of mine called Jonathan Doherty. Before I show you the games, I just want to say, Johnny, I hope that you're well, and I hope that you get better soon. He's not really doing too well. He might be going back into hospital, and he's got, like, you know, cracked ribs and everything too. He's just not in any good shape. I really just hope the best for him. Thank you very much for what you've done for me. You've helped me a lot lately, especially in your condition, which I feel horrible that you did anything for me in that condition. I just really hope that you're okay and you do better, and thank you very much for these. You didn't have to do this, but I really appreciate it. The first one I'm going to show is this basketball game, which is World League Basketball for the Super Nintendo. I've never played this game. I don't know what it's like. I was a big basketball fan back in the when I was 15, so half my lifetime ago. So I wouldn't mind giving it a play and seeing how it goes. Some basketball games back in the day were pretty good. I especially love the EA games of NBA and stuff like that. So I'll try it out. Arch Rivals as well is another good one from what I remember. Fox Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Already have this, unfortunately, so I may put it up in my Mega Drive competition on my ABC Start page, but it comes complete with manual. Very nice of him. Thank you again for this. I really wish I didn't have this already, for the fact that you gave me it complete with manual and everything. It was very nice of you, mate. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, so I might put this into one of the competitions. Hope you don't mind, buddy. may as well go to a good home. Hopefully someone doesn't sell it on eBay again. Lastly, another game I do have already, but I won't be getting rid of this one, and there's a reason why, is GoldenEye on the N64. The reason I won't get rid of this, even though I have it already, is because the cartridge I have, I bought from a guy who was a manager at a cash generator here in town. Got it for a really good price, along with like a couple of controllers and a N60, and obviously Ocarina of Time. Got Ocarina of Time as well. So I got them games. I think Mario Kart was in the bundle along with the controllers. I got them all for like 20 quid. Couldn't really sneeze at that. So yeah, he gave it this to me, and the reason I'm keeping this, and the thing about the other cartridge, I'm going all around the world about this, is around James Bond's face in the other cartridge, someone used a black marker and gave him a beard, and had 007 written on the side and everything. So it looked like it belonged to a kid at one stage, maybe how when he was a kid, and he drew on it. Just thought it was funny. I'm still going to keep that cartridge because I think it's funny, but it's nice to have a proper cartridge of it as well. So thank you very much for that, Johnny. So 2 of the 3 games I'm going to keep. He also gave me another game, but not really worth mentioning. Sorry, but it's basically the Super Scope 6 games. I don't have a Super Scope. I don't want a Super Scope. I had a Super Scope when I was a kid. It's fucking terrible. It's really terrible. Sorry for the language, but yeah, it's just so bad. I mean, who wants to do that with the buttons up there and everything? I mean, seriously, that's one way to get carpal tunnel, which I don't really want, especially since I beat a lot. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you have any videos or anything you want to talk about pickups or anything, please share them on the page, because from now on, this is what I'm going to do. Is when time I get like a big bundle of pickups, I'm going to show them off in the video, tell you what I think of them, and yeah, and go from there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.